Tomorrow, I'm ending a 4.5-year relationship with my abusive boyfriend, and I feel like I'm barely holding myself together. Everything is planned, carefully. We're meeting in a public place. A friend will be close by, ready to get me out. My landlord is changing the locks. I have a long-term therapist. My family is distant, but my friends have closed ranks around me like armor. Still, I can't breathe. Ella Fitzgerald's "Let No Man Write My Epitaph" has been playing on repeat all day. It feels like the only thing grounding me, reminding me that I still exist outside of him. What's strange is this. The situation feels unsafe, but it doesn't feel wrong. I know other women have survived worse. I know I'm fortunate to have support and a plan. And yet my chest feels tight, my thoughts spiral, and my hands won't stop shaking. I'm terrified of his reaction. Not just anger, but manipulation. I'm scared he'll twist my words, my memories, my feelings, until I forget who I am and what I came there to say. He's done it before. He always knows exactly where to press. I'm scared of what comes after, too. Who am I without him? What does life look like on the other side of fear? But despite all of that, something inside me knows this has to happen. So I'm asking, maybe selfishly, maybe desperately, can someone please just tell me this? That I'll be okay. That I'll find myself again. That tomorrow isn't the end, but the beginning. Update. About 12 hours later. I woke up to something I never expected. It felt like half the women in the world were standing behind me. I'm reading every single comment, slowly, carefully, and each one feels like it's wrapping around my heart like armor. I can't even put into words how much this support means to me. Thank you, truly, for every message, every story, every hard-earned piece of honesty. It's overwhelming in the best possible way. And it's also a powerful reminder of both the quiet courage women carry and how widespread this problem really is. To everyone who expressed concern about me meeting him in person, I hear you. Your worry is valid. Please know that this decision wasn't made lightly. There are practical reasons, and the plan has been assessed as safe that professionals involved in my situation. I promise I'm being careful. Update. The next day. She did good. She's exhausted, but she's home, and she's safe. I arrived 30 minutes early, ordered a coffee, chose a seat fully covered by CCTV. I grounded myself by rereading your comments, every thoughtful word, every stranger who took the time to care. My friend was nearby. The staff member I warned gave me a quiet nod. Every safety measure was in place. I didn't need any of them. This conversation was mine, long overdue. And when it finally happened, it came with the force of something unstoppable. I said the things I had been terrified to say for years, clearly, calmly, without hesitation. Every word felt like it came not just from me, but from all the women who came before me, and all the ones standing beside me now. I didn't argue. I didn't explain myself into exhaustion. I didn't accept what wasn't mine to carry. I stayed in control. Once he realized there would be no debate, no space to twist my words or rewrite reality, something shifted. There was listening. There was honesty. And then there were lines, firm, necessary lines, finally drawn. It hurt, but it was the kind of pain that heals. I'm not naive enough to believe this will be accepted easily or immediately. I'm staying cautious. I'm prioritizing safety. There will be no contact from here on out. What he feels, thinks, or says now, that belongs to him. I belong to me. It feels strange. It feels scary, but it still feels right. And if you found this because you're living something similar, please hear this. Ask for help. Start small if you have to, but start somewhere. You are not trapped by them. You are trapped by the fear they've learned to wield, carefully, repeatedly, in ways both subtle and loud, until your sense of self becomes unrecognizable. But the cage you feel around you, it's made of glass. And with care, with support, and with safety, it can be broken. What comes after that is just problem solving. I'm 22, from the UK, and I have a job that's stressful enough to make anyone exhausted. Some people wind down with a drink or a walk. For me, it's my PS4. Fallout 4 has been my favorite game for years. I usually play a couple of times a week, just to escape, unwind, and feel like I have a little control over my world again. Gaming has always been my happy place, my way to recharge. My boyfriend, 23, used to love that I gamed. He thought it was quirky and cute, something that made me me. But recently, it seems to have become a problem. This week has been brutal. Work drained me, my brain is fried, my body aches, and all I wanted when I got home was sleep. I didn't even glance at my console today. He asked me out for drinks this morning. I politely declined. That's when things went sideways. He immediately accused me of caring more about my PS4 than about him. You're more invested in that PS4 than in me. All you ever do is sit and play it. It hit me like a slap. That isn't true. We have an amazing, healthy sex life. We socialize with friends regularly. I make sure we communicate openly, honestly, and I always ask him about his day. I even let him play whenever he wants, sometimes more than I do. But none of that mattered. Then he said something that really stung. It isn't ladylike for girls to play. You're too old for this now. I froze. Gaming has been a part of me since I was a child. It's who I am. And here he was mocking me, belittling something I love, and suddenly threatening to leave me over it. I tried to explain calmly. I reminded him of all the times I've included him, shared games with him, supported him in his hobbies, in his life. I tried to tell him it wasn't about neglecting him, that I simply needed a small escape from the stress that builds up every single day. But he wouldn't hear me. He shouted, mocked, and kept pressing until I felt like I was shrinking, like my choices, my joys, my very personality were under attack. And then came the threat. He said if I kept wasting time on my PS4, he might leave. Just like that. No discussion, no compromise, an ultimatum. I didn't see him after work. He left straight away with friends. Meanwhile, I sat at home staring at my console, trying to figure out what I had done wrong, questioning myself. Am I childish for enjoying this? Am I too old to play games? Am I overreacting? Or is it really unreasonable for him to try and control this tiny part of my life? I love gaming. I love him. But love shouldn't feel like walking on a tightrope where every step might trigger a storm. I feel torn, exhausted, and honestly, a little terrified. How do I confront someone who dismisses my happiness and threatens the relationship over something that has always been a harmless, joyful part of me? I'm left asking myself, do I try to talk it through again, hoping he'll understand? Or is this a sign that the relationship has already crossed a line, one I can't accept? I know some people might laugh or think this is trivial, but it isn't. It's about respect, boundaries, and being allowed to have a part of your life that belongs only to you. And right now, I feel like I'm at a crossroads. Update. The next day. We did not make up. He came home drunk around 4 a.m. I had already packed a few things. I decided I'm staying at my parents' for a while, sorting out rent, space, and just reclaiming a little peace of mind. By 10 a.m., he showed up, apologizing, sort of. Took the day off work, said he was sorry, but didn't apologize for calling me out on my addiction or for telling me to quit my boy habits. I was baffled. I asked him what he actually wanted from this relationship. I thought maybe he wanted me to break up with him, but no. His answer? He wanted me to just listen to him, do what he says. So I told him, I am listening, and I don't like what I'm hearing. I laid it out clearly. He was being controlling. His comments were sexist. I play my PS4 sometimes, but he can use it as much as he wants, more than me even. And then the final note. I told him to go take a hike. Not the most polite way to end it, but it got the message across. Now I'm sitting in my old bedroom, scrolling through the text storm. I'm sorry, baby, please come back. Stop being such a bitch. You get the idea, Reddit. I don't need that. I don't deserve that. Mixed emotions? Absolutely. But at least I can relax, boot up Fallout 4, and romance Matt Creedy or dance. Honestly, that's therapy enough for today.